Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm your host. Good to see you, Allison. Good to see you, Suzanne. Good to see you if you're on the replay. If you are watching live in the Facebook group, come on over to the Zoom room. You'll see the link below, and that's where I can see your comments and we can interact with each other. You can ask questions. So come on over. Suzanne's going to post the higherlifezoom.com link, and you can join us over here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Erin. I am the success psychologist. I am the CEO of The Higher Life, which is a business, sales, and high performance coaching and consulting company. I'm with you. I'm a 6-time best-selling author, Saleswoman of the Year, and Success Magazine named me this year as one of the 125 top global leaders to follow in 2022. And I tell my children that all the time so they don't forget how important I am. Just kidding. I am excited you're here. We are going to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. I always joke that we should have hats that say #Don'tBeWeird. And what I mean by that is specifically just in terms of selling and selling on social media, because of course we should all be weird. That would be great. Let's all be ourselves. But we're going to talk about how to prospect on social media without being weird. So let me know, raise your hand or put yes. Have you ever felt weird on social media? Like, oh God, I now's when I should be inviting her to the thing, or, enrolling her, but that's just going to be weird. Or just being on social media feels weird. Yeah. Okay. So, oh my gosh, we've all been there. We've all been there. And there's a nuance to it that I'm going to share today, but none of us want to be weird. But here's the thing. Let me know if you're building a business online. Well, that would be all of us here, right? We are all here because we're growing a business online. And so how are we going to grow a business if we don't talk to the humans? We can't. So here's the thing. Social media is where we are going to find our ideal client. First and foremost, we have to make sure we've defined our ideal client, and I can help you with that. If you need help with that in my coaching, that's what we do. And once we solidify that, we've got to figure out, once we've solidified who your ideal client is, and we've qualified that they're qualified to work with us. There's 7 qualifiers that I would love to teach you some other time. Once we do that, we've got to figure out, where are they? If they're on the internets, this big internet, this World Wide Web, where are they? And then we've got to figure out, what are we going to do once we find them? So lots of stuff, lots of things we talk about in my 6-month program, Ascente, but let's just today talk about, how do we prospect without being weird? Okay. I want you to think of, have any of you met, before we dive in, have any of you met a really great friend from social media, or started doing business with someone because of social media? Suzanne is on The Higher Life. She is our client concierge. We met on social media. I met my best friend, Heather Andrews, on social media. She became the publisher of my first best-selling book. We always joked, this was our silly little joke. So we met online on social media. We took things offline, got on a phone call. You're publishing books. I kind of want to write a book. I'm scared to write a book. And she helped me do that. And we publish a book. And then like a year later, we finally meet in real life at a conference in Vegas. And so this is what we always say. We always say we met online. And the first time we met, we slept together in Vegas. Because we did. We were like, we met. I'm like, this is going to be the most awkward long hug in the Venetian that anyone has ever seen, because we were just finally meeting each other. So my best friends have come from online. My best coaches that I've hired have come from online. And my greatest clients, customers, teammates have come from online. And I know that you know this happens. So how does this happen? I want you to think of, let's just talk about Facebook today. I want you to think of Facebook as a giant networking event. And if you've never been to a networking event, it's just like a giant party, or it's a giant barbecue. And what would you do if you went to a networking event or barbecue? you would probably talk to some humans. And here's the thing, in order to grow a business, you're going to have to figure out how to serve people. And in order to serve people, you're going to have to figure out how to connect to them. So it's called social media. Social. It's not weird. So let's start with our mindset around this whole dealio. It's not weird. We are supposed to be socializing. It's called social media. Zuckerberg wants us to be socializing. It's good for his business. It's good for us. Okay. I also want you to understand social media is free marketing. Free. So you are not attracting money. You are attracting people in their power. Let me say that again. In sales and business, you aren't going out looking, everyone doesn't have a money sign on their forehead. You are looking for people who are in their power, in their highest power, their highest sense of themselves, who are looking for you to stand in your highest power. So sales is an exchange of two people standing in their highest power. Isn't that beautiful? So literally sales is like the buyer's like, I'm looking for a thing. Where's the thing? Do you have my thing? How much is your thing? Oh, you have my thing that I'm looking for? Well, how much is your thing? I think I'd like to exchange my money for that thing. Here's my money. Here's the thing. Okay. It requires the buyer to stand in their highest power of saying, I am ready to invest in myself. I am not a gamble. I'm going to bet on myself. And it requires the person doing the selling to stand in their highest power to say, what I have to offer and serve you with is really good. So it's actually a beautiful exchange. So I hope that helps a little bit with the mindset of you're not doing something to people. You are offering them a way to change their life. That's the definition of sales. When people say the cliche, sales is serving, it actually really is. Okay. It actually really is. So I'm looking for people to serve. I'm going to have to find those people. Business is numbers. People aren't. Business is money. People aren't. Okay. So we're attracting people standing in their power. We're not attracting money. The money just comes as a byproduct of serving. Okay. So if we have to connect with these people, we've got to figure out where in the world are they and how do we find them? And one of the things where we can find them is by simply attracting them to us, by sharing what we do and the problems we solve and creating your personal brand. So if we want to start there, your personal brand really is just a fancy way of saying, what are you kind of top of mind for? What are the 3 things that people say about you? Or what are the 3 words people would use to describe you? Or, what are you known for? What are you in their back pocket as? Oh, realtor. Oh, I know her. Oh, that's Allison. She's the realtor in the area. Yep. She's always like winning these awards. So she must be very good. She's the realtor. Oh, okay. Suzanne. Oh, she's the hostess. Oh, she's a hostess with the mostest. Okay. So she's got this inner tour guide thing. So she probably is a tour guide. So if I'm coming to her area, I could probably ask Suzanne. I'll go to Suzanne. Well, Dr. Erin, she's always talking about high performance and success. And I don't really know exactly what she does, but she's a psychologist. So she must know something about the brain. And I know that my brain gets in my way. So I might reach out to her. Like you're top of mind for something. Okay. A really cool thing, if you don't know what your personal brand is, really cool thing to do is to go and post right now, today. What are the 3 words you would use to describe me? I was asked by a business mentor to ask, what are the 3 words or what are the top 3 things you think of when you think of me? And people will give you your brand. So one of my one-on-one clients, Brittany, just did this, and it was similar to what we thought. But we're creating her whole brand, the name of her Facebook group, the name of her podcast, all the things based on this question. And out came things like driven, successful, determined, loving. So she knew love was part of her brand because she's like known for being just loving. That's part of her brand. And like someone who doesn't quit. So we're creating this brand. So everything she posts about will be in 3 categories. These are the categories you can post about. You're entertaining, educating, and inspiring. And when I say entertaining, it doesn't mean you have to be funny or stand-up comedian or dance on reels. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, that's what we come to social media for, to be entertained, inspired, and educated. Educated. You could say, did you know the value of homes is increasing? And so this is why it's the right time. Did you know? That's a great, like, educational kind of post, right? Okay, so that's one way to find them. Another way is to say, where do they hang out in other places on the internet? Where else in Facebook would my ideal client hang out? My ideal client would be hanging out in probably like Brenda Burchard's Facebook group or Marie Forleo's Facebook group. And I will go and hang out in those parties with them, in those Facebook groups. And then I might follow people and say, wow, I really liked what you posted today. And I might comment. And then eventually I might go over into the DMs and say, you know, you and I have so much in common. I love what you posted the other day. I might take a screenshot of it. I might say, wow, I just want you to know this really impacted me. Keep being amazing. Keep sharing what you're sharing. I might do that. I might say at times, again, there's no rules for all this, but I might say, why don't we take this from behind the screen to like just on Zoom or on the phone? I would just love to get to know you better and see how I can like help move your mission forward, or see how we could maybe work together. I would just love to hear your story more. Like, it's so amazing what you've accomplished. And that's called a connection call. So you're going to be commenting, and eventually for some people, you're going to move to what's a connection call. Connection call is literally just a coffee date. It's just a virtual coffee date. It's on the phone or on Zoom. It's just a coffee date. Okay. That's very different than a consult, which is a sales call. So we're not doing that. That would be weird. Okay. So if you're on Zoom, this is so fun. We're going to practice something. I'm going to show you something. So I want you to, you don't need to unmute. We're going to just I'm going to lead you through this exercise. I have a ball in my hands. I learned this kind of analogy through all my experience in softball. So I'll take you there, but first just play along with me. So I'm going to pass this ball to Yvonne, and I want Yvonne to catch the ball when I send it to her. Okay. And Yvonne, when you catch the ball, just hold on to it, and then I'll tell you who to send it to next. Okay. Are you ready, Yvonne? Okay, I'm going to throw you the ball. Here we go. Oh, you got it, Yvonne. You caught the ball. Okay, Yvonne, I want you to throw the ball. Come on your videos, everyone. I want you to throw the ball to Allison. Allison, get ready to catch the ball. Yvonne's going to throw the ball to you. Okay, Yvonne, when you're ready.
Got it.
Allison, oh, good. Oh, there's 2 Allisons. Yes. Okay, Allison, now you throw it to Allison. You catch it. You thought I was talking about you, Allison. You're so cute. Hi, Allison. Okay, Allison Paoli, I want you to throw the ball to Allison Mandel. Ready?
Well, the only thing about throwing the ball to Allison Mandel is I just joined. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with the ball.
Catch the ball. Can you just catch the ball? Okay, so on the count of 3, Allison, throw her the ball. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got it, Allison. Okay, Allison, you throw the ball to Aurora. Are you ready, Aurora? Okay, go ahead when you're ready. Nice, Aurora. And Aurora to Heather. Are you ready, Heather? Okay, she's ready, Aurora. Good job. Everyone can catch a ball. Yvonne, did we get you? Did we start out with you? Okay. Heather, you want to throw it back to me? I'm ready. Thank you. Okay. What does this have to do with prospecting without being weird? Did you notice the energy of which we threw the ball and received the ball? We all kind of matched each other, didn't we? Wasn't that interesting? So we all kind of did it gently, right? Here's the ball. And you were like, okay. And then you threw it back. And Aurora wasn't like, just a second. Like, no one did that. No one did that. That would be hashtag weird. Okay. That would be weird. And that's how it is in sales. And that's how it is in prospecting. We are going to start with a little warm up. So the throwing the ball was kind of like, I remember in softball, when you get warmed up before a game, you just lobbing the ball back to each other. You're just lobbing it back. Okay, now lob it back to me. No one's like, whoo, because you got to warm up. You got to warm up the arm. Same when we're prospecting people and making relationships online. If you wouldn't say it at a barbecue or a social, a social event, don't say it online. Match. Okay. So for example, I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, hi, Allison. I don't know you, but do you want to buy my 6-month program? No, I would not do that. Okay. That's weird. We're going to warm up and get to know people and be humans. And all of you are women, so we're really good at this. Men are great at this too, but we're really good at this. Okay. Couple superpowers to keep in your back pocket. Compliment people. We all know this. Mention something about their posts. Take an interest in them. Go and look at their last 10 posts. And I'm constantly doing that and commenting on something that they're posting. Here's kind of the system you want to be doing. You want to click, comment, and compliment. Click, comment, and compliment. Now, click means like you find the person, you click on their things, you're commenting on their things. Maybe you comment on their things a couple times before you slide up into their DMs. It's just so funny to say that. Okay, maybe you do that. Maybe you don't just immediately, throw the ball so fast and be like, hi, do you want to come to my Facebook group? No, maybe you warm them up a little bit, and maybe I'm commenting on Heather's posts. And so when I go into her DM, by that time, she's like, I have seen this Dr. Erin. She's been posting on my stuff. It's been so nice. She's been commenting. She's been taking an interest. That's lovely. She's not a stranger. No stranger danger. Okay. So same thing. What would you say at a networking event? I might say, Heather, hi, like, it's nice to see you. Like, what do you do? That's what I might say. That's what you say. So just do what you would do in real life on social media. I swear it works. I want you to think of also conversations on social media like tag your it. And what I mean by that is I am always ending with a question. Why? Because in conversation, that's what keeps the conversation going. So here's one level. I could say, Allison, oh my gosh, I saw your child on the billboard as I was driving on I-80 and he was so beautiful. True story. I could leave it there and she would be like, heart or thank you. Or I could do another level and say, oh my gosh, what are you up to this summer? Like, how are the kids? What's going on? How's the magazine? Because she publishes a magazine. So I might leave it like that. And she might say, oh my gosh, the magazine is really struggling. Or she might say, the magazine has never been stronger. Oh my gosh, why do you think that is? Tell me. And it's a bounce back. It's a throw and a throw and a throw and a throw. So leaving the conversation, the message, whether you're texting it or saying it with a question is really great. The person asking the questions is the person leading the conversation. And you want to be that person when you're in business, okay? You're taking them to the next thing. Okay. So if we don't want to be weird, this is kind of what I do all day long. So I might say, Allison, I see that we're in a couple of the same groups. We're both women that are, up to big things in our businesses. And if I wanted to invite her to my Facebook group, then I might say, hey, I have a community I'm part of, and we would love to have you. We are sharing lots of great nuggets in there about how to grow business. Would it be all right if I sent you the link? There's a couple things psychologically I'm doing there that I want you to note. One is I said we. It's my group. It's not I'm, no, it's not I, it's we. We have a community. We would love to have you. I think you would love what we have going on over there, and they would love you. And do you want to come and be in the Higher Life community? Can I send you the link? So one, we is the language. Two, at the end, you're asking permission. So social media etiquette is we're never sending a link without asking permission. Sales, that's a great skill. We're always asking permission. Would it be all right if I told you about my program right now? Completely changes the psychology to, they just said yes. And now you're just giving them what they asked for, even though you set them up to ask you for it. Do you get it? Okay. Totally different psychology. When you ask permission and they say yes, you have completely moved out of convincing land. No more convincing. I'm just doing what you just asked me to do, even though I just set you up to ask me to do it. I get that, but see what we did right there? That's how you're going to never feel like you are convincing anyone of anything. Okay. So click, comment, compliment, and maybe connect after that, maybe, okay? It's kind of like dating. It's kind of like you wouldn't go to home run first date, you go to first base, okay? Trust is earned, relationships take time. Same thing on social media. We all know how it feels now to get the, would you like, I see your coach. Would you like me to show you how to get 75, new client calls a week? No, thank you. Because I know you're a bot. And then the bot comes back and says, it will only take 7 minutes. And now I'm angry. Now I'm angry at you. Now I'm mad. And now I know I'm just mad because the bot won't leave me alone. Okay. No. Other tip, always put their name in a comment and make sure it autocorrects and spells it correctly. Okay. Last thing I want to share today is I want you to be thinking about putting deposits into your relationship capital on social media. What do I mean by that? It is impossible to take a withdrawal out of a bank that has no money in it, that has never had a deposit in it. Captain Obvious, okay? But in sales, in relationships, same is true. So I want to make deposits into my relationship capital every day. What does this mean? It means if I know Aurora's favorite thing on the planet is koala bears, and I am out shopping and I see the cutest little koala bear poster, I'm going to take a quick screenshot, send it to Aurora, say, just thought of you. Have a great day, Aurora. That's making a deposit into your relationship capital. Oh my gosh, Allison, I just saw that your daughter's sick. Is she okay? Let me know. Thinking of you. Let me know how she's doing. See how I leave it with a question? It takes 2 seconds, okay? Do 3 of those every day of your life, and your life will be changed, and you'll have a community of people around you that when every so often you want to sell, they are there saying, yes, please. I love this person. I mean, I trust this person. I want to do business with this person. Here's my credit card. Remember, you are not attracting money. You are attracting people in their power. Okay. But you cannot ask for these things if you have not deposited into your relationship capital. I thought of you. It's another great way to put money into your deposit into your relationship capital. I thought of you when I saw this article. People love to be thought of. And it's true. And it's just a lovely way to do life, isn't it? And so all of this might seem that I always have a hidden agenda. I have an agenda. It just so happens to be fulfilled when I serve humans. And so then I go and connect with humans. And some of those humans will be my ideal client, and some of them won't. No big deal. Super. That's how it is. So define your ideal client, figure out how you're going to qualify them. That's all stuff we talk about in my program, where you're going to lead them after. But for now, prospecting, it's just a giant networking event. You compliment people. You walk in. Oh my gosh, I love your dress. Where did you get that? Oh my gosh. So tell me what you do. I would love to learn. I mean, that's all you're doing. Online. I see, Heather, that you've been a bricklayer for 9 years. How did you get into bricklaying? How did you get into bricklaying? Oh my, your bricklaying skills are incredible. How'd you get into that? People ask me that all day long. Hi, Dr. Erin, I've been following your stuff. I see you're a psychologist. How did you get into high performance coaching? And I'm like, thanks for asking. Like, I just feel so special when people ask me, how did I get into that? And I'm like, well, thanks for asking. So this is how it happened. And I tell them, and then we become friends or we don't. And the ones we do become friends with, eventually I say, girl, when you got 20 minutes, I want to actually have a conversation. Like, I want to hear your story. Here's the thing. Here's a great idea, whether you say the exact words or not. I go around the world asking humans, what's your story? You know, Chick-fil-A, they have one of the greatest marketing plans on the planet, right? And one of their biggest things is they teach their employees that when anyone comes up to the register to ask themselves, what's their story? And by doing that, it helps the employee pay attention to the human in front of them, have compassion of, I don't know what this person's story is. This person could have just lost their mother. This person could have just been served divorce papers. This person could have, right? And not that they ask the question, but they're always thinking, I wonder what their story is. Everyone's got a story. So sometimes I even ask that, like, there's a story here. There's a story of how you went into bricklaying that I've got to know about. How did you get into bricklaying? You know, because that you weren't always a bricklayer. You were a nurse. How did you switch? What I've got to know. Tell me. People love it. Be curious, connect, compliment, ask questions, tag your it. Look at me. I don't even know how to count. I was talking at the same time. Tag your it. Sometimes you'll move to a connection call. People are used to having those now. Hey, let's do like a virtual coffee date, like 20 minutes. When do you have open this week? Right? You can even give them a couple times. Do you have today or tomorrow? Like, I would just love to get to know you better. And you don't sell, you're not selling, but you might say then, if you're in my world, you're going to have a Facebook group to lead them to and love on them and be the expert in and say, come on over to my party. And so that's where you're going to add them next. You're going to invite them to your next call to action. You know what? I'm so glad we talked, Aurora. I really think what's going on in the Higher Life Facebook group would be really, I think you'd love it. Would it be all right if I sent you the link? I'm so glad we talked because I didn't know that you did that or struggling with that and then this is the great question to ask while you're connecting. Like, how can I help you? Like, what do you need? What's something I could do to help you? Like, what you're up to is so cool. How can I help you? Well, I'm looking to be a guest on podcasts. So if you know anyone that's okay, great. And then they're probably going to bounce it back to you and say, how can I help you? And I want you to be ready. Ladies, can we be ready for that question? 2 questions to grow your business the most. What do you do? And they will bounce it back to you. And I want you to be ready. Telling people how you help people. And second, what's new? And they will probably bounce it back to you. And I want you to be ready with answering whatever is new in your world that you want people to know about. That might not be new to you. It might be like 8 months old to you. And you're like, that is not new, Dr. Erin. Well, it is new. It is new to you. And it is new when you ask me what is new. Okay. I am strategic about what I want people to be knowing that we're doing and what we're up to, right? What's new? Well, what's new? Let's see. In the month of June, I'm looking to feature 4 families in my magazine, or 4 businesses that are in South Reno. So yeah, if you know anyone, but yeah, that's what's new. Thanks for asking. Oh, I do know someone in South Reno. If you thought about this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's how you do it. But see, you're the one with the questions. They're going to bounce it back to you. What do you do and what's new? Hashtag don't be weird. We don't have to be weird. We don't have to be weird. I hope this was super helpful. Yes, you guys are so fun. Thank you for being here. I'm here every Monday. It's so fun. Invite your friends to the Higher Life if you think that this is a great party to be at and a great place to hang out and learn from. And I would be so grateful. Enjoy the summer week. And let me know if you want any information about Ascente, my 6-month program. I'm super proud of it. I'm super excited for the ladies joining it. Allison's in. Allison's one of my one-on-one clients, Allison Paoli. And if you need anything, Suzanne Simone, the Higher Life Client Concierge, is at your service to say, how can I help you? Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a beautiful week. Bye. Good to see you, Allison, Heather, Aurora.
See you again.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Heather. Good to see you.
I know, it's been a long time. You're amazing. I brought my daughter-in-law. This is Josh. Remember Josh, Sarah, Mike? It's been forever. This is my salsa dancing baby girl she's almost 10. Nicte is almost 10.
Yeah.
Everybody's wonderful. And I saw this on your email, Erin, and I said, Aurora, we need to do this. So
Thank you. Hi, Aurora.
Hi. Nice
she
to meet
learned a
you.
lot
Sorry.
about you, sweetie.
Oh,
What do you do,
Yeah.
Aurora?
I'm in financial services.
Where do you live?
I live in Las Cruces in New Mexico.
Ooh.
And I actually apologize. I was late because Heather, no, I just got my my green card renewed, and I met with the lawyer to apply for the citizenship now. So I had the appointment on.
Green card, Dr. Erin, Facebook Live, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
So
proud of
she-
her.
Second,
Yeah.
you're the daughter-in-law?
So she and Joshua have a baby who's now almost 10, Nick Day. And I think the last time you and Sarah and I got to talk to you, Nick Day was only like 2 and was coming to live with us.
Yes.
And so, yeah, she and Joshua, it worked, didn't work. And
Yeah, I know.
so really didn't work. And so he is in Portland, living his life. And my Aurora is in Las Cruces with my granddaughter.
Oh.
And Mike and Sarah have moved up to Eastern Washington and have all their babies. And I'm sure you see some,
I
how
follow
you could
him.
follow all of it, I don't know, but
I do. I follow him. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
yeah, so everything's awesome. But Aurora brought me into the financial services world, and I was seeing something. Well, I got kind of hooked on Ed Milet and
Yes.
Jamie Villalobos. And then I was looking at some of your things that I still get, and I'm like, wait a minute, she's quoting Ed Milet now too. And so anyway, it just all came together, and I saw your email this morning, and I'm like, Aurora, if you can jump on, because Erin is just amazing. And she's done so much in the last 8-9 years since we've, sat down and caught up. So.
Are you in World Financial Services?
Mhm.
Yeah. Ed Milet's company. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in Ed's mastermind called Arate for a while. He's in that with Andy Frizella, who's the.
Yeah, I love Andy. He's awesome.
I was in that for a while. Met some awesome people in there, and he's probably my favorite. Ed Milet's probably my favorite, and he's my favorite speaker. Have you ever seen him speak live?
A Zoom, but yes, he was kind of amazing, and he had a bunch of people on, for his book, and it was.
Have you ever heard him live, Aurora?
Like live in person? No, I've only been to the
We'll
Max
get to
Out
July.
event. Yeah.
Have you ever heard Les Brown live? #1 speaker in the world. It's okay. I would say he's right up. He's just this like, is it Les or Ed Milet for my favorite? And
Oh,
most people,
really?
he's just that good, but they're so good. He's a great godly man too. He's a wonderful man. Well, that's exciting. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in that world now, which is great.
I mean, I still work for the hospital.
Okay,
Aurora gets to do this full time, but I'm in the computer group now, and it's it's a job. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But Aurora brought me on this year, and I just really like, because I kind of lost it last fall and had to take some time off, and just for under appreciation and COVID and everything. And now I'm really excited about the people building,
I know.
which of course draws me to you, but watching you and Grace and Garth and going through what you have just by following, and it's like, oh my gosh, you can see her shine.
Yeah.
And I look at Ed, and he can shine, and I'm seeing that in my Aurora and all these people that she's introduced me to. And I'm seeking that as well. I get passionate, I get excited about these things, about helping people and giving back and doing it because we care. So
Aurora, do you remember that feeling when you were brand new like her? Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, these are my people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Network marketing 10 years ago was my on-ramp to the version of the person you see today. Like it was my on-ramp.
Wow.
It was like, and I remember feeling that way and still do it. I mean, yeah, it's the best. It's like the best. So I'm so happy that you've found that world, both of you.
that's
And-
supportive, and we need more
like-
supportive.
It's like, don't you just want everyone to be in it? You're like, but
Right.
we have a different way of doing life. Like, come on, come and do life with me. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. I'm here every Monday, Aurora.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. Take care, you
Sounds
guys.
good. Yes. Thank you
Bye,
so
Heather.
much. This was great. Thank you.
Take care of yourself,
Nice to
Erin. We'll
meet
see
you.
you soon.